Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Make It Yourself. So today we are going to make this really beautiful choker necklace. I have provided here a string with a bead so that you can adjust the length of the necklace. You can pull the bead down and wear it as a long statement necklace, or pull the bead up and wear it as a beautiful choker necklace. So let's get started and look at the things that we'll be needing in today's tutorial. The yarn that we are using today is from the brand Big Twist. We will need the crochet hook of size 4 mm and a pair of scissors. We will start by making a slip knot. So to make a slip knot, wrap the yarn around your finger and pull the yarn through the loop. After that, we are going to make a chain of 72. Once we are done with the 72 stitches, we are going to start working on the first row. So we are going to make 2 treble crochets together on the 8th stitch. So we yarn over twice for the first treble crochet and we count 8 stitches, and on the 8th stitch we pull the yarn through the stitch and pull through 2 loops, and then again 2 loops, such that we are left with 2 loops. So since we are doing 2 treble crochet together, we are going to yarn over twice again for the second treble crochet, pull through 2 loops, then again 2 loops, and we are left with 3 loops, and now we are going to pull through all the 3 loops. So here we have 2 treble crochets together. Now we are going to make a chain of 4. This chain of 4, we are going to slip stitch it to the next stitch. So we slip stitch it here, and as you can see, we have one petal ready here. So to make the next petal, we are going to make a chain of 4 again, and then again make 2 treble crochets together. Till we have 2 loops, and then yarn over twice again and pull through 2 loops at a time till we have 3 loops left, and pull through all of them. Now we are going to make a chain of 3, and then we are going to make our next set of 2 petals. So we count 8 stitches, and on the 8th stitch we are going to again make 2 treble crochets together, pull through 2 loops at a time till we have 2 loops left, and yarn over twice again, and into the same stitch we are going to pull through 2 loops at a time till we have 3 loops left, and pull through all of them. So this is our first petal. So we're going to chain 4 and slip stitch it to the next stitch. So yeah, so this is our first petal of our second set, and then chain 4 again. This is for the next petal of our second set, and make 2 treble crochet together in the same pattern, and we will have our second petal now. So this way we have created 2 sets of petals, and now we are going to chain 3, and again on the 8th row we are going to make a set of 2 petals. So we will continue this pattern till the end of this row, and let's meet at the end of the row. So we have completed the petals and now we are at our petal, last petal. So here again we are going to make a chain of 3, and we're going to make 2 treble crochets together on the second last stitch. So here this is our first petal, and then we make a chain of 4 and then slip stitch it to the last stitch, and in the last stitch we chain 4 again and make 2 treble crochets together in the same stitch, and this is the second petal of our last set. So once we are done with that, we are going to make a chain of 5, and then we are going to turn our work. So now we will be working on our second row. So we have turned our work, and now we are going to make the third petal in the center of the previous 2 existing petals. So for that we are going to make 3 treble crochets together in the center stitch. So 3 treble crochets together is similar to 2 treble crochets. So here we have completed 2 treble crochet, we have 3 stitches loops left, and now we are going to chain over twice again and pull through 2 loops at a time till we have 4 loops left, and pull through all of them. So here we have completed the third petal, and we're making a chain of 5, and then we are going to make 3 single crochets over the space which is left between the sets of petals. So now make a chain of 5 again and make the third petal in the center stitch of the 2 petals. So for that we are going to make 3 treble crochets together in the center stitch. So once we are done, we make a chain of 5 again. So we will repeat this pattern for this entire row, where we make the third petal, chain 5 and make 3 single crochets in the space in between. So now we are at the end of the row here, and we have made the third petal, and then we are going to make a chain of 5, and this chain of 5 we are going to slip stitch it to the last petal as shown here. So we're going to slip stitch it here and then chain 1. So now we're going to work on row number 3. So we're going to turn our work. So for row number 3 we're going to make 5 single crochets over the chain of 5 of our previous row. So we have this chain of 5, so over that we're going to make 5 single crochets, and then we are going to make a chain of 5 on top of the third petal, and then make 5 single crochets on the other side where we have this chain. So make 5 single crochets over the chain of 5, then make a chain of 5, and then again 5 single crochets over the chain on the other side. So in between we had 3 single crochets. There on the center single crochet we are going to slip stitch, and then again we are going to repeat the same pattern. We're going to make 5 single crochets over the chain on this side, then make a chain of 5, and then again make 5 single crochets on the chain on the other side of the petal, and then slip stitch it to the middle of the single crochet. So we'll repeat it for the entire row here. So we have completed for all the petals, and this is our last set of petals. So here too we are going to make the chain of 5 over the third petal, and then make 5 single crochets over the last chain. So once this is done, we chain 1 and then we move on to a row number 4 where we turn our work. So now we are going to slip stitch to the next stitch and then into all the other stitches. So since we had 5 stitches and we started on the next stitch, so we will have 4 stitches to slip stitch into. So we slip stitch into 4 stitches, and then over the chain of 5 we make 2 single crochets, and then we make a picot here. So to make a picot we chain 3, and into the very first stitch we put our hook through it and then make a slip stitch here so that it creates a pointy edge, and then we make 2 single crochets on the other side of the picot as well, and then we again slip stitch over the existing stitches. So here we have 5 stitches, so we will be slip stitching over all the 5 stitches. So as you can see, there is a pointed edge created there. So we slip stitch in the center as well, and then on the 5 stitches on the other side. So basically we'll be slip stitching through all the existing stitches, and only when we reach the chain of 5 we'll be working on the chain of 5 where we are trying to create a pointed edge by making 2 single crochet, then a picot, and then again 2 single crochet. So this is simple, and we'll be doing this for the entire row. So we are at the last stitch now where we have made the picot over our middle petal, and then we are slip stitching over the stitches. So we have 5 stitches here, so we are going to slip stitch over all the 5 stitches. Okay, so now that we have worked on this bottom side, we'll be moving and starting our work on the top portion. So we want some pointy edges on the top portion also. So here we're making a chain of 3 and slip stitching it back. So this corner will be using it to join the chain at the end. So make 5 single crochets over this chain. Now into the center of the petals we make a slip stitch, and over this chain we are going to try to make a pointed edge by making 3 single crochets, and like we did on the other side we're going to make a picot here. So chain 3, put the hook through the first stitch, and then make a slip stitch here, and then we are going to make 3 single crochets on the other side of the picot as well. And as you can see, we have a pointed edge here. So every time into the center of the flower we will be doing a slip stitch, and over the chain that we have we are going to make our pointed tip by making 3 single crochets, a picot, and 3 single crochets again on the other side. So here we're making the picot and then 3 single crochets. So we'll repeat this pattern for the inside of the necklace till we reach the end. So as you can see, we have got all the pointed tips on the inside of our necklace, and this is our last part. So at the end we are going to make a chain of 5 and join it to the bottom part as shown here. So here our necklace basically is completed. So what we are going to do is we are going to make a chain of 70, or you can chain as much as you want based on how long you want this. necklace to be. So I have chained here 70, and if you remember, we had made a small space here with a chain of 3 at the beginning. So into that space we are going to slip stitch our long chain. While making the long chain, just make sure that you will be able to put the necklace over your head, so keep the length as such. This tail end we can crochet it in, or you can also use a needle and stitch it into the existing stitches. So once this is done, what we are going to do is we're going to put bead over this long chain. So this bead will act as an adjuster of the length, and so that the bead does not come out of the chain, we are going to add a tassel at the end of the chain. So we roll the yarn over our fingers and cut some yarn this way, and then over at the edge of the chain we tie it as it is shown here. So we tie a tassel at the end of the necklace so that the bead does not come out. So make a knot. Once you have tied the knot, you can hide this yarn by pulling it inside into the existing tassels. Yeah, so as you can see, now the bead is secure, and with the help of the bead you can adjust the length of your necklace. So this necklace can be styled in different ways over traditional as well as Western outfits. You can wear it as a choker, or you can even wear it as a long statement necklace. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do subscribe and please turn on the notifications so that you receive updates, and like this video if you found it useful. Thanks for watching.